Have you ever felt that unsettling tremor when life throws a curveball, leaving you wondering how to face the storm without being swallowed whole by anger, sadness, or a cascade of other negative emotions? What if I told you there's a powerful ancient philosophy that can not only help you navigate these turbulent waters, but also transform them into opportunities for profound growth? And what if, just by shifting your perspective, you could unlock a sense of peace and clarity that enriches your everyday existence in ways you never imagined? We all encounter moments when things simply don't go as planned. Today, I invite you to explore with me how the profound act of acceptance can utterly transform these very moments. This isn't just a theoretical exercise. It's a deeply personal exploration of acceptance and its incredible power in our lives. We're going to delve into how to embrace the unexpected, how to face difficulties not as insurmountable obstacles that crush your spirit, but as invaluable opportunities to learn and to blossom. You'll uncover practical, straightforward methods to manage stressful situations with an unshakable sense of calm and unwavering confidence. This is your dedicated moment, a sacred space to reflect on your current approach to life. Imagine just for a moment being able to look challenges squarely in the face with an entirely new lens, a perspective that unfailingly brings both profound peace and crystal clear clarity. That's precisely what we're going to tackle today. So prepare yourself to discover how a seemingly simple shift in perspective can genuinely enrich your daily life. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. Marcus Aurelius, despite never actually considering himself a philosopher, left an indelible mark on the world of Stoic philosophy. His writings are brimming with personal notes, deep reflections based on Stoic principles, one of the foundational pillars of which is to wholeheartedly accept destiny and to live in profound harmony with nature. According to his timeless wisdom, instead of perpetually striving to control every single aspect of our lives, we should cultivate a greater degree of flexibility towards what unfolds around us all while maintaining a rigorous standard for ourselves. Yet so many of us in our modern pursuits chase happiness with the fervent hope that our external circumstances will perfectly align with our deepest desires, believing this will bring ultimate satisfaction. Let's truly grasp this profound concept. Marcus Aurelius advises us not to attempt to exert absolute control over everything in our lives as if we could orchestrate every detail to our precise specifications. Instead, he gently encourages us to embrace flexibility, which at its core means accepting that certain things simply lie beyond our sphere of control. Conversely, the majority of us are prone to believing that our happiness is primarily contingent upon how external circumstances meticulously unfold. We tend to cling to the notion that if everything around us is utterly perfect, then and only then will we experience true joy. What Marcus Aurelius is truly conveying to us is this happiness doesn't solely depend on external events. It is equally, if not more, reliant on how we choose to react to these events and on our own cultivated behavior. It's as if happiness possesses both an internal component residing within us and an external one influenced by the world outside. However, the more we relentlessly demand from the universe, the more susceptible we become to the sting of disappointment. In all likelihood, despite our most fervent efforts, we will inevitably encounter unpleasant individuals. We may find ourselves falling short of or only partially realizing our dreams and ambitions. We will undoubtedly face adversities that test our resolve, and with absolute certainty, we cannot escape the inevitable march of aging. If these inescapable human experiences are allowed to cause us profound grief, then we become mere playthings of our environment, emotionally enslaved to its every whim and caprice. In the labyrinth of daily life, we are frequently confronted with situations where the behaviors of others can severely test our patience and resilience. Understanding how to react appropriately in these moments is absolutely essential, and that's precisely why we are revisiting this fundamental theme here. When faced with unpleasant actions or cutting words, our initial, almost instinctive impulse might be to retaliate in kind, to respond with the same tone. But let us pause for a moment, take a breath, and truly reflect what is the genuine stake in these exchanges. By consciously choosing not to react to these provocations, you actually gain far more than you lose. One might initially perceive non-reaction as a lack of defense or a missed opportunity to assert oneself. However, upon closer inspection, choosing not to respond to aggression or negative remarks is in fact a profound gain in serenity and self-mastery. You meticulously preserve your precious energy for interactions that are far more constructive and enriching. In practical terms, you simply refuse to allow others to dictate your mood or to disturb your inner tranquility. But a crucial caveat when you bear witness to genuinely unjust or dangerous situations, such as someone in real distress acting, becomes an undeniable necessity. In these specific cases, inaction could carry a steep cost, not merely in terms of immediate consequences for the person involved, but also in terms of personal regret and profound moral responsibility. Intervening in a measured and thoughtful manner then transforms into an act of profound courage and deep humanity. The key, therefore, lies in learning to distinguish these two distinct types of situations. By meticulously developing this crucial skill, you learn to choose your battles with profound wisdom. You safeguard your energy and your invaluable inner peace for those moments when they are genuinely and urgently required, all while remaining poised and ready to act with courage when the situation truly demands it. This isn't about passive resignation. It is instead about making judicious, conscious choices. Indeed, every time you choose not to react impulsively, you are making a conscious, deliberate decision not to allow external circumstances to disrupt your inner equilibrium. This restraint is not a symptom of weakness. Rather, it is a powerful manifestation of strength and profound maturity. You learn to acknowledge that certain situations simply do not merit your precious energy or your focused attention. Conversely, knowing precisely when to intervene demonstrates a deep understanding of your core values and your profound responsibility towards others. When you act to assist someone in distress or to champion a just cause, you exhibit remarkable courage and profound compassion. This not only significantly boosts your self-esteem, but also contributes meaningfully to the creation of a more just and benevolent world. Understanding that human nature is an intricate blend of both the beautiful and the less appealing is absolutely essential. This profound insight helps us to accept others precisely as they are, without allowing ourselves to be unduly perturbed by those whose actions may seem malevolent or irrational to us. We often wish with earnest hope that people would behave precisely as we desire, but the undeniable reality is quite different. Each individual possesses their own sovereign will and their own unique path. Their actions and their words, no matter how irrational or seemingly absurd they may appear, fundamentally lie beyond our control. Of course, we can certainly attempt to influence them, to gently guide them, but ultimately they will act according to their own internal logic. Spending an excessive amount of time and energy trying to change others is more often than not a profound waste of that precious energy. As Marcus Aurelius so eloquently expressed in his timeless Meditations, do not waste the rest of your time here in worrying about other people unless it affects the common good. This will keep you from doing anything useful. You will be too preoccupied with what so-and-so is doing and why and what he is saying and what he is thinking and what he is engaged in and all the other things that distract you and prevent you from concentrating on your own mind. Marcus Aurelius's profound advice is to concentrate on oneself rather than constantly busying ourselves with what others are doing or thinking. This means that it is far more beneficial to invest our energy into our own actions and thoughts. For that is precisely where we possess the greatest degree of control and where we can truly make a meaningful difference. By diligently focusing on our own journey, our own path, we more readily discover our inner balance and our profound sense of happiness. Accepting ephemerality is a concept that resonates deeply within the core of our being. Consider this profound truth: everything in our vast and ever-changing world is in a constant state of flux. Nothing remains rigidly fixed in time, cemented in place. Take the seasons, for instance, as a beautiful and tangible example. Spring blesses us with fresh new leaves, which then, with the inevitable turning of the year, fall gracefully in autumn. It's an intricate natural dance, an unbroken, eternal cycle. In this very same vein, let us deeply reflect on our own precious lives, everything that feels so utterly crucial to us today. Those moments of soaring joy, the depths of profound sorrow, every single encounter we experience, all of it will eventually dissolve into mere memories, fleeting echoes of the past. It's somewhat akin to looking back over your shoulder and seeing the distinct traces of your footprints in the sand, knowing they will soon be gently, irrevocably erased by the incoming waves. Contemplating ephemerality can admittedly bring with it a certain melancholic tint. Life undeniably rushes by so swiftly, and it is entirely natural for us at times to yearn to prolong it, to desperately cling to every precious moment. But in truth, this quest is much like attempting to grasp the wind with your bare hands, an ultimately futile endeavor. However, there exists a profound beauty within this very ephemerality. If nothing endures eternally, then why should we fret excessively? Why should we worry beyond measure about the trivial, transient things? Reputation, for example, might seem incredibly important in the present moment, but it is as fleeting as the wind itself here, today, perhaps forgotten tomorrow. Our very own planet, a seemingly vast entity in the immense and boundless cosmos, is but a tiny, insignificant speck among countless others. By wholeheartedly embracing this profound reality, we possess the power to lighten our own burden of unnecessary worries and trivial concerns. This liberating understanding frees us to profoundly appreciate every single present moment, to truly savor its fleeting essence. The brevity of life, far from being a burdensome weight, transforms into a compelling call to action, a powerful reminder to live each moment to its fullest, to relentlessly pursue our dreams without needless delay or hesitation. In essence, recognizing the profound ephemerality of life is to gain an invaluable sense of serenity and a deeper, more profound sense of fulfillment. To further grasp the concept of ephemerality in our own lives, try a simple yet incredibly powerful exercise. For this practice, the core idea is to connect deeply with the present moment and to truly realize with profound clarity just how ephemeral everything truly is. Here's how to approach it. Find a quiet, tranquil place within your home, a sanctuary where you can be undisturbed, free from the incessant noise of distractions. This could be in the serene quiet of early morning or the peaceful calm of late evening, when the world outside feels hushed and more tranquil. The key is to discover a moment where you can focus completely without the interruption of external demands. Now choose something simple and naturally occurring around you, something readily accessible like a single leaf from a plant, a delicate flower, or even the gentle play of sunlight streaming through your window. Take a precious moment to truly observe it, to truly see it. Notice how the light reflects and dances on the surface of the leaf, or how the flower possesses a unique, intricate hue. Remark upon every tiny, almost imperceptible detail. Next, create silence both around you and within you. Listen to the profound calm that surrounds you. Feel the gentle caress of the air on your skin. Be truly fully present in this very moment. Ponder for a moment how this natural object, this leaf, this flower, inevitably changes with the relentless passage of time. Imagine its complete life cycle, how it first emerges, how it then evolves, and how ultimately it gently passes away. Then extend this reflection to your own life. Think about specific moments that have profoundly impacted you, moments that are now firmly in the past, much like that leaf or that flower. These moments had their time, their season, and now they exist solely as cherished memories. The profound importance of this exercise is to realize that just like these natural elements, our lives and our experiences are also profoundly ephemeral. By truly connecting with this powerful concept, you begin to appreciate each passing second with far greater intensity. You understand with deep conviction that every single moment, even the most seemingly ordinary, possesses its own inherent value. It is a way of living far more fully by being genuinely present and profoundly conscious of the intrinsic beauty of every fleeting moment. Here's another crucial and powerful key to unlock embracing misfortune. This means recognizing an undeniable, inevitable reality of life. Everyone without exception experiences difficult moments. Adversity is an intrinsic natural component of our very existence. When we struggle against it, when we resist its onset, we not only suffer the misfortune itself, but also the crushing disappointment of encountering it, despite our fervent hopes of avoiding it. Many of us spend our precious time relentlessly battling destiny, attempting to push away life's trials and tribulations. But when difficulties inevitably arise, be it an illness, a financial setback, or a stretch of gloomy weather, we tend to complain fervently, hoping for a swift reversal, rather than cultivating the inner strength to face these challenges. Instead of simply desiring a life devoid of misfortune, it would be far wiser to wish for the unwavering strength to confront and endure the trials that life inevitably presents. This perspective is deeply rooted in a key Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. Some things are entirely within our power, while others are unequivocally not. It is therefore logical and profoundly liberating to concentrate our energy and efforts on what we can control. As Marcus Aurelius so eloquently put it, isn't it preferable to do what depends on you like a free man, rather than being passively controlled by what is not, like a slave or a beggar? When we become excessively dependent on external circumstances for our happiness, we inadvertently place ourselves in a precarious position where we surrender control over our own profound joy. For instance, if we constantly fret about the possibility of losing our job, we live in a perpetual state of fear, unable to truly savor the present moment. Life has its fair share of good times and bad times, and we simply cannot always choose what happens to us. Instead of desperately trying to avoid problems at all costs, it is far more beneficial to prepare ourselves to bravely confront them. This doesn't mean passively giving up or neglecting what is truly important to us. It means acknowledging that while we cannot control everything that unfolds, we always possess the profound power to choose how we react to it. Let's take a simple case. If we are constantly preoccupied with the fear of losing our employment, this can generate a tremendous amount of anxiety. However, instead of allowing ourselves to be utterly consumed by this pervasive worry, we can consciously adopt a proactive approach. We could, for example, diligently focus on enhancing our professional skills or actively exploring new career opportunities. This deliberate action makes us feel far more confident and prepared, knowing that we possess options and that we are not helpless or without resources. By embracing this constructive attitude, we actively take charge of our situation in a positive manner. We refuse to be paralyzed by the fear of what might happen. Instead, we concentrate our energy on what we can constructively do. It is by acting in this way that we steadfastly maintain our tranquility of mind, even in the unsettling face of uncertainty, knowing that we possess the means and the resilience to confront various scenarios. Now, let's embark on an exploration together of a truly fundamental concept: accepting your own nature. This may sound deceptively simple, but it is in reality a profoundly powerful idea that has the potential to utterly transform the way we navigate our lives. Embracing your own nature is a step that might appear obvious, yet it holds an unsuspected depth. It profoundly implies recognizing and wholeheartedly embracing the entirety of who we are, encompassing our innate talents, our perceived weaknesses, and our unique particularities. Let's consider a simple example to beautifully illustrate this point. Imagine a person blessed with an innate, extraordinary talent for painting, someone capable of creating works of art that genuinely touch the very hearts of people. However, let's suppose they feel an immense external pressure to succeed in a completely different domain. Perhaps something like the rigorous fields of science or law. If they succumb to this external pressure, not only do they risk bypassing their true calling, their authentic purpose, but they may also live with a persistent, nagging feeling of never quite belonging, of being perpetually out of place. By wholeheartedly accepting their inherent nature as an artist, they unlock the door to personal and professional fulfillment, thereby fully realizing their profound potential. Another compelling example could involve someone who genuinely adores gardening, who finds deep solace and joy in tending to the earth. This individual might feel profoundly uncomfortable in highly competitive environments or in the often stressful confines of typical office jobs. By accepting their true passion and their inherent talent for gardening, they can discover immense satisfaction and even remarkable success by dedicating themselves to this activity, whether it be professionally or purely as a cherished hobby. Their garden, their green sanctuary, can blossom into a place of immense joy, profound peace, and even a wellspring of inspiration for others. I understand that some of you might be thinking, but I'm obligated to continue in my current job. I have children, a house, a loan to repay. This sentiment is entirely understandable and indeed valid. Accepting your nature doesn't necessarily mean drastically changing everything overnight, abandoning your current responsibilities. It is instead a deeply internal process, a fundamental shift in perspective that has the power to transform the way you perceive your current life situation. Embracing your nature is first and foremost about deeply understanding yourself, knowing what truly makes you happy, what genuinely motivates you, and what truly ignites your passion. It's not merely a question of blindly following a fleeting passion or a single talent, but rather of recognizing and profoundly appreciating every intricate aspect that makes you uniquely you. This can be as deceptively simple as consciously taking dedicated time for yourself, engaging in activities that genuinely rejuvenate your spirit, or actively seeking out ways to align your daily work more closely with your core interests and deeply held values. When we begin to align ourselves more genuinely with our inherent nature, we often discover that even the most routine tasks can become more bearable, perhaps even enjoyable, precisely because we approach them with a fundamentally different attitude. We also learn to manage our energy more effectively, to focus our efforts precisely where they truly matter most to us. And if you find yourself feeling undeniably stuck in a situation that genuinely doesn't suit you, remembering your true nature can serve as a powerful guide, helping you to meticulously plan gradual, meaningful changes. Perhaps you cannot immediately leave your current employment, but you can certainly begin to explore alternative paths that are more profoundly aligned with who you truly are, to plan for the long term and to diligently develop new skills in parallel. Ultimately, accepting your nature is about granting yourself the profound permission to be authentically yourself, with all the inherent complexities and challenges that such authenticity entails. It is about diligently finding a delicate balance between our deeply personal aspirations and our unavoidable responsibilities, making conscious choices that little by little steadily draw us closer to the life we genuinely wish to live. Let's now delve into a topic that touches all of us at some point, transcending our own perceived limits. This is an essential component of our personal growth and development, and to illustrate this powerful concept, I want to share a personal story with you, an experience that left an indelible mark on my journey. I vividly remember the day I decided to participate in my very first long-distance race. Before that, I had never really considered myself the athletic type. I was more inclined to comfortably steer clear of anything too physically intense. But then one day, something profound shifted within me. Perhaps it was a burning desire to challenge myself, or simply a nagging curiosity to discover just how far I could truly push my boundaries. The training, I won't lie, was far from easy. Every single stride was a potent reminder of my self-imposed limitations, of that persistent inner voice that had always whispered, "You're not built for this." But with each kilometer I meticulously covered, I began to redefine what I thought I knew about myself. I learned to appreciate the raw sensation of my muscles working, the rhythmic cadence of my breath accompanying each step, and the profound mental clarity that enveloped me during every run. The day of the race finally arrived, bringing with it a whirlwind of emotions, the gnawing fear of not measuring up, the exhilarating excitement of participation, and a curious, almost liberating sense of freedom. As the kilometers steadily accumulated, each one felt like an act of defiance against my old limiting beliefs. It wasn't just a race, it was a profound metamorphosis. Crossing that finish line wasn't merely the conclusion of a physical challenge, it was the birth of an entirely new understanding of who I was. I had successfully surpassed the limitations I had so diligently constructed for years. This pivotal event left me with a priceless lesson, perfectly encapsulated by a timeless Stoic quote: "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." It was by accepting the challenge of confronting the unknown, by consciously pushing my own frontiers, that I unearthed a depth of strength and self-confidence I never knew I possessed. Why? This, my friends, is what it means to truly transcend your limits, to confront your own self-imposed barriers, not to prove something to others, but to explore and expand your own boundless potential. It is within this very endeavor that we discover our true strength, our genuine capacity for profound growth and continuous evolution. Each of us has our own unique races to run, our own personal barriers to overcome. Not all of them are physical. Some are deeply mental, intensely emotional, or even professionally challenging. The crucial thing is to recognize these formidable challenges and to make the courageous choice to bravely face them head-on. I wholeheartedly encourage you to try this, for it genuinely has the power to transform everything in your life. You might discover, as I did, that the barriers we often perceive as insurmountable are more often than not merely creations of our own minds. By daring to cross these perceived limits, by bravely attempting the experience, you will fling open the doors to a world of unexplored possibilities. You will come to know aspects of yourself you had never even conceived of. This process can undoubtedly be uncomfortable, perhaps even frightening at times, but the act of self-transcendence brings an incomparable sense of satisfaction. You will feel a profound pride and a deep-seated joy in realizing that you are capable of far more than you had ever imagined. Every step taken, every small victory achieved, is a triumph over your old limitations, one more step towards becoming the absolute best version of yourself. So whatever your personal race may be, whether it's linked to sports, your career, your relationships, or your personal development, do not hesitate to embark on it. Embrace the challenge of pushing your boundaries. You might be genuinely surprised at how liberating and profoundly life-altering it can be. Remember, we don't truly grow by comfortably staying within our comfort zones, but by daring to explore beyond them, by daring to be more than we ever thought possible. So take a deep breath, take that first courageous step, and begin your own race towards self-transcendence. You absolutely will not regret it. After thoroughly exploring the profound importance of accepting and transcending our limits, it is now time to turn our attention to another absolutely crucial aspect of our personal development: curiosity. You know, that tiny, persistent spark, that insatiable desire that compels us to gaze beyond the familiar horizon, to relentlessly ask questions, to bravely explore the unknown. Curiosity, this innate, powerful impulse to explore and comprehend the world that surrounds us, is an incredibly potent engine for personal evolution. It relentlessly nudges us to move beyond the comfortable confines of our daily routines, to tirelessly seek answers, and to discover entirely new and expansive perspectives. Imagine, for example, the undeniable impact of curiosity in the arduous yet rewarding process of learning a new language. It is that burning desire to understand and to communicate that propels us to overcome difficulties, to diligently memorize new vocabulary, and to practice tirelessly again and again. This very same curiosity can lead us to explore entirely new cultures, broadening our minds to different ways of life, and profoundly enriching our understanding of the vast world around us. Or consider the powerful role of curiosity in the culinary arts. It transforms a simple recipe into an exhilarating culinary adventure where every single ingredient is a discovery, every prepared dish an exciting exploration of flavors and intricate techniques. This culinary curiosity can propel us to experiment, to innovate, and ultimately to significantly enrich our palette of tastes and our culinary skills. Speaking of curiosity, I'm genuinely curious, what's your absolute favorite dish? It'll be quite amusing, I think, to see a multitude of dish names appear in the comment section of a Stoic wisdom discussion. It brings a smile to my face just thinking about it, and I'm truly eager to discover your choices. Let's share this delightful little culinary exploration together. After that pleasant digression into our favorite dishes, let's transition to a more serious subject of exploration, actively creating your own luck. This idea might initially seem somewhat mysterious, almost esoteric. Yet it is fundamentally built upon a simple yet profoundly powerful principle. We are, in essence, the architects of our own destiny. Every single decision we make, every action we undertake, meticulously shapes our unique path and opens doors we might never have even imagined existed. There is an incredible, almost palpable strength in the active acceptance of our pivotal role in the deliberate creation of our own luck. It's not merely about passively waiting for opportunities to gracefully descend from the heavens. It is rather about acknowledging with unwavering conviction that we possess the inherent power to actively influence our own journey by taking consistent initiatives, by being acutely attentive to the myriad possibilities that constantly surround us, and by decisively acting when the opportune moment presents itself. Let's consider the simple yet profound example of meeting new people. By consciously opening ourselves up to others, by actively participating in events, or by enthusiastically joining groups that align with our interests, we are in fact meticulously creating opportunities for enriching encounters that could potentially blossom into deep friendships, valuable partnerships, or even unexpected career opportunities. Every single interaction is like a tiny nascent seed that possesses the potential to germinate and grow into something far grander and more significant if we choose to diligently nourish it with our curiosity and our unwavering commitment. In the same spirit, when we are confronted with a significant challenge, embracing the philosophy of creating our own luck means looking far beyond the immediate daunting obstacles. It involves actively seeking out the hidden lessons nestled within the invaluable skills to be acquired and the new unexplored pathways that inevitably open up before us. Every challenge, therefore, is a blessing in disguise, an invitation to grow, to learn, and to profoundly surpass ourselves. Ultimately, creating your own luck is simply about cultivating a profoundly positive and actively engaged attitude towards life. It means wholeheartedly believing that we possess the agency to genuinely change our future and to derive the absolute maximum benefit from everything life has to offer. When we genuinely and wholeheartedly commit ourselves to this transformative endeavor, it unequivocally changes our own lives, and the most beautiful aspect of it is that it can also powerfully inspire and motivate the people around us to strive for the very same. Creating your own luck begins with a fundamental shift in our perception of things, even in the simplest aspects of our daily lives. For instance, let's take a moment that many of us frequently spend in our living rooms. What if we chose to transform that time? Instead of simply passively watching television or idly browse the internet, why not dedicate a few minutes to consciously reflect on your own goals? Grab a notebook and a pen. and meticulously jot down what you genuinely desire in life. This could be something as deceptively simple as improving your health, reconnecting with old friends, or starting a new hobby. Once you have clearly articulated these objectives thoughtfully, consider small yet significant actions you can immediately undertake right from the comfort of your living room. Perhaps this involves scheduling a video call with a dear friend you haven't seen in a long time, or actively searching for information on healthy lifestyle habits, or even beginning to write a journal to express your profound gratitude for the smallest, most overlooked blessings in life. The crucial point here is to start small, but to undeniably start. Every single action, no matter how minuscule, is a powerful step towards the deliberate creation of your own luck. And by consistently taking these small steps, you begin a remarkable process of transforming your life. You will witness little by little how these accumulated actions can lead to truly grand and profound changes. Remember, creating your own luck also involves recognizing that opportunities for growth and self-improvement are frequently hidden within the seemingly mundane details of our daily existence. By diligently seizing these opportunities, you're not just changing your day, you are profoundly changing your entire life. Now let's transition to a truly important point. We're going to address the profound acceptance of perseverance. This concept is absolutely essential, for it lies at the very heart of all meaningful change and all personal growth. Perseverance is that deep, unwavering inner strength that propels us to continue moving forward even when circumstances become undeniably difficult, even when the path ahead seems shrouded in challenges. You know, we often hear that insidious little voice within us, whispering persuasively, urging us to give up, telling us to stop, assuring us that we simply won't succeed. It is precisely in these moments when doubt begins to insidiously creep in, and when giving up appears to be the easiest, most alluring path, that perseverance becomes most precious, most indispensable. It is this unwavering quality that allows us to hold firm in the face of adversity and to refuse to yield to the relentless onslaught of obstacles. By wholeheartedly accepting the profound necessity of perseverance, we acknowledge that success and personal fulfillment are not sudden, instantaneous events. Rather, they are intricate, ongoing processes that demand unwavering time, boundless patience, and consistent, diligent effort. Imagine perseverance as the relentless yet gentle flow of water that slowly but with undeniable certainty sculpts the hard stone. It is not through brute force or sudden rapid action that the water manages to change the shape of the stone, but through its unwavering consistency and its persistent, relentless nature. In the very same manner, our daily efforts, even if they seem modest or insignificant in the grand scheme of things, can have a profound, far-reaching impact over the long term. Perseverance also entails understanding that every single failure, every disheartening setback, is not a final definitive end in itself, but rather an indispensable stepping stone towards eventual success. It is precisely in these difficult moments that we learn the most profound lessons about ourselves, that we cultivate our deep-seated resilience, and that we discover entirely new and innovative ways to conquer the obstacles that stand in our way. So how can we truly integrate this vital quality of perseverance into our daily lives? Begin by wholeheartedly accepting that things will not always unfold precisely as planned, and that this is a perfectly normal, entirely natural part of the human experience. When you find yourself confronted with a formidable challenge, take a moment to breathe deeply to calm your mind and to remind yourself of why you initially began this journey. Recall your ultimate objectives, your deepest aspirations, and the profound satisfaction you will undoubtedly feel upon achieving them. And most importantly, celebrate every small progress, every tiny victory along your chosen path. Perseverance is not a matter of raw, brute strength, but rather of quiet, unyielding determination. It is the unwavering capacity to remain steadfastly loyal to your chosen path, even when that path is riddled with daunting obstacles and unexpected difficulties. By wholeheartedly accepting the imperative to persevere, you empower yourself. You grant yourself the profound ability to shape your life according to your deepest dreams and your most cherished aspirations. To conclude our insightful series, let's address a theme that naturally follows everything we've discussed: the profound joy of accomplishment. After exploring, among other vital concepts, the paramount importance of acceptance, the inherent power of curiosity, and the unwavering courage of perseverance, it is now time to truly celebrate what all of this collectively brings us: accomplishment. Accomplishment is that deep, almost visceral feeling of profound satisfaction that washes over us after successfully achieving an objective, whether that objective is grand and ambitious or seemingly small and humble. It is the unadulterated joy that blossoms after months of diligent, arduous work to master something new, to acquire a new skill. It is the soaring pride that accompanies overcoming a daunting challenge that once seemed utterly insurmountable. Or it is simply the quiet, profound pleasure of having faithfully followed a path that is deeply meaningful and cherished to us. This joy is not merely a transient reward, it is a powerful, resounding reminder of our own inherent capabilities, of what we are truly capable of achieving. Every single time you achieve an objective, you are unequivocally proving to yourself that you possess the capacity to go further, that you can transcend your own preconceived expectations. And this profound realization, this deep self-knowledge, is something truly special, something to be deeply cherished. So take a precious moment to truly appreciate your accomplishments, regardless of their perceived size or significance. They are the direct fruit of your unwavering commitment and your diligent effort. They are undeniable proof that the journey you embarked upon was without a doubt entirely worthwhile. And do not forget to share this boundless joy. Your accomplishments possess the incredible power to inspire and to motivate those who surround you to ignite a similar spark within them. They powerfully demonstrate that no matter the obstacles, it is indeed possible to achieve one's dreams. As you continue steadfastly on this path, remember that every single step you take is a crucial stride towards a new accomplishment, and every accomplishment in turn is a profound source of joy and deep pride. Together, let us celebrate these precious moments and continue to move forward, for the joy of accomplishment is truly one of life's most beautiful and fulfilling rewards. As we draw to a close in this insightful series, I want to express my deepest gratitude for your presence and your unwavering engagement. Together, we have explored numerous key concepts vital for our personal development, and I sincerely hope that this journey has been as enriching and transformative for you as it has been for me. Your unwavering support and your active participation are precisely what make this channel so special, so unique. If you have found genuine value in our discussions, please do not forget to support the channel by leaving a thumbs up and by sharing your profound thoughts in the comments below. Your interaction is absolutely essential in helping us to grow and to continue our shared adventure together. And by the way, did you know that we host engaging quizzes in the community section of Stoic Wisdom? It's a fun and interactive way to continue learning and to share insights. If this series has genuinely inspired you, I wholeheartedly invite you to watch 2 other videos from our channel. They perfectly complement the subjects we've explored and will offer you even more invaluable strategies for your personal growth. See you very soon, Telemachus.